Hey everybody, Vic Walter here from VBV Entertainment. Wanted to give you a quick update on the case that I've been building for my Osee Gostream OMNI12 brand new unit coming out really soon for everybody else here in the States. It's out in a couple places outside of this country, but it's getting ready to hit the market really quick here. So we're going to show you a couple of the highlights of the features on that, as well as jump right into the case that I have going. So let's just jump right into what I have going on here. So first things first, got the monitor replaced with something a little smaller and a little thinner. It's not protruding out quite as much. I have about a quarter of an inch that it's recessed in, which is fantastic. I do appreciate that. However, I lost the ability to hide my travel router behind it because of how close it is to the case. So I actually opted to keep the travel router out from there instead of trying to bump the monitor out. And I guess a hidden gem from that discussion was that I now can actually plug a hardline Ethernet from an internet from a vendor or whatever the case might be right into my travel router without having to dig around behind a monitor. So hidden blessing there for that. Um, I got my brace bar connected, one with just two connector points on it, so that is very helpful. It's on the two cheese plates. I got another cheese plate on the way to remount up here so I can mount my OBS spot tiny to it and continue to use that. We'll jump down here really quick. You can see that I use H2R Graphics. I have a tablet here. It's plugged in to charge, but it's actually not plugged into the system. But I have control interface from a separate device. It could be a computer, it can be a tablet. You can use a phone if you wanted to, as long as it's on the same network as your Gostream. It will work and talk to it just fine. So that's coming in on my browser interface. I don't have any graphics prepped here for you on that, but we'll get to that in a second. The other thing I wanted to talk a little bit about was the fact that I have a NDI source camera, my other phone here. You can actually see that it's set up here, right there. I can show, and it is completely wireless. You can see there's a little bit of a delay, but that is pretty much par for the course with anything NDI coming in. It's not going to be as straightforward as other things, but that is actually a cool feature. It looks like my OBS bot lost me there for a second, so get him back on here so he can see me talking to you, talking to them. It's fantastic. The other thing I wanted to kind of show really quick was the fact that the stinger effect is working now. So it's pretty simple. You can see I have a video populated in my player one. I will hit stinger as a transition, and I will hit auto. It'll run that stinger video and then transition between your player and program, and you can do that uh, as many times as you want. And I guess that actually sets us up for our other nice thing. If you have noticed or not already, you can see on my players over here, I have my player 2 has a pause button that is an irregular color for previous Gostream devices, and that is orange. And you can see that the 0.5x is queued up on there, and that is because I have player 2 set up as my instant replay. So what instant replay will do for you, you can have it on any transition type that you want. In your settings, you can set all of those features up for you in advance when you're setting up your instant replay. So you can do your timing on it. You can set up what you want it to do after the video plays, kind of similar to how the video player works in itself in general. So I'm going to jump to something that is not me because that's what my replay is at right now. So I'm going to actually go to um, the aux 4, which is my NDI. It's kind of shooting straight up at the ceiling right now, but we'll just deal with that for a second. Um, so you queue up your player, player 2, and you can see it's me paused in a screen right there. You can use mix, you can use your dip, you can use your wipe. I would go to dip. I'm going to hit auto. It's going to start the player in slow motion, transition between the two. play that, and then I set it to go back to my auto feature. So it'll auto transition back to whatever you had going on. Now you can actually use this in loop with your stinger. Pretty much the same way. It starts your replay, shows you what's going on, and then it just goes right back to your transition that you have selected. You can kind of see how all that kind of automated with the buttons itself. The other thing you can do is, say you wanted to go to your instant replay, you wanted to come in with a stinger, but you wanted to fade it back into a different source. And you can do that as long as you are being quick enough with what's going on the screen. So I'm actually going to hit auto, go to my instant replay. Once it switches over, I'm going to change it to mix. I'm going to go to a different source, and then it's going to come back out of that by using that transition. So just one of those things that you can look at to see how exactly things work with the workflows that you have as a one-man band situation, and still trying to use something like instant replay. We will do a little bit deeper dive of instant replay and our graphics and NDI and all that jazz later on. You can also catch me on one of my live streams. I'll be doing another live stream Q&A on the Duet 8 ISO pretty soon, end of this month in October. And I'll also be doing another one shortly after that, specifically on the Gostream OMNI12. So tune into my channel, give it a like, give it a subscribe, and follow what's going on. And I'll see you there.